I think I've got it, but I don't know if it works. Hello, 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 hello. Can you go? Hello, can you go? Hello, can you go? Boom, hello, can you go? Shoot the Mario, shoot the Mario, feminista. Shoot the Mario, shoot the Mario, feminista. I love you. La 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 la. I wanted to record this, and so I go in there. So I go and get this, and go like this or there. Oh, it doesn't record it. Why not? There. Opa. Yeah, Apple.
Biomedicine Mid Technology Review. The ubiquity of plastic in today's consumer culture is annoying, but bioengineer Christy Ansith wants to see plastic really get under your skin. Ansith develops new types of photopolymers plastics that go from soft to hard when struck by ultraviolet light. Similar materials are used by dentists to plug cavities, but Ansith has invented novel photopolymers that actually wear away over time, a feature that promises much for orthopedic repairs. The idea, says Ansith, to have the polymer material degrade predictably and on schedule with the body's own bone healing. Ansith's polymers are now being tested in mending serious fractures and patching holes left by bone cancer. With precise control over the speed at which the polymers dissolve, Ansith envisions implants that might also release timed doses of bone healing growth factors. Tissue engineering is up next. Ansith is working to combine photopolymers with lab-grown cartilage to create a living implant that can mend worn-out joints. It is a more difficult problem than patching bone, according to Ansith, because cartilage does not have the capacity to heal itself the way bone does. Collaborators at Massachusetts General Hospital in Boston are testing Ansith's technique in animal models. Ansith's ability to wring the most out of materials is evidence of a superior creative genius, according to Robert Langer, an MIT professor and the father of modern biomaterials. So far, says a recent Nature editorial, molecular biology has produced only a cartoon representation of life's myriad molecular pathways. And although superb papers have been written for the purpose of adding a single arrow to an existing cartoon, Nature's editors concluded that the agenda for the next century is to add numbers to each arrow, and then equations to connect the arrows. Only then will we learn to control specific processes when they go awry, as in cancer. In a study hailed as a benchmark for all future papers in the area, Adam Arkin created a computer model connecting the arrows of the genetic circuit that controls when a bacteriophage virus decides to begin reproducing. Biologists had advanced several reasonable theories, but Arkin and his Stanford advisor Harley McAdams proved that the virus decision is in fact determined largely by chance chemical events. A rising star in Lawrence Berkeley's Physical Biosciences division, Arkin wants to go way beyond viruses, creating computer simulations that explain how genetic switches are thrown during human development to orchestrate the formation of our bodies. To get there, Arkin is developing a generalized modeling program, known as Bio/Spice, named after software used by engineers to analyze electrical circuits. Arkin's work foreshadows the biology of the next decades, when researchers begin to understand and control the cell's own circuitry. Without James Collins, stochastic resonance might have ended up science trivia. Now it may give a big boost to patients. Stochastic resonance is a paradox in signal detection. Adding noise to a signal can sometimes make it easier to perceive. Collins had the outside-the-box idea that electrical noise could make mechanical signals easier for people to sense. It does. He found that people feel otherwise undetectable pricks in the presence of low-level electrical noise, opening the way to sensory prosthetics for touch-impaired diabetics, stroke patients and the elderly. What's more, Collins has taken similar approaches down to the biomolecular level, showing how electric fields can cause controlled increases of protein production in laboratory bacteria. According to former Boo colleague Charlie Cantor, now chief scientist at Sequenom, a San Diego biotech company, this physics-based approach to biology is totally new. Collins, says Cantor, is applying nonlinear dynamics, principles and methods to build molecular control systems to change the properties of living cells. This kind of work has the potential to revolutionize areas like gene therapy. Genome research is big science and it costs big bucks, which is why it's centered in the United States, Europe, and Japan. But thanks to scientists like Sandro de Souza, developing nations, such as his native Brazil, are not entirely out of the game. De Souza's specialty is bioinformatics, computer-driven gene research that's relatively cheap to get into, and where there's great science to be done. As a postdoc in Nobelist Walter Gilbert's Harvard lab, de Souza helped solve a crucial mystery in the evolutionary history of genes. A breakthrough Gilbert attributes to de Souza's technical abilities and profoundly creative insights. Now de Souza is home, where he says he is turning bioinformatics into an opportunity to do front-edge science in his native country. He works for the Sao Paulo arm of the Ludwig Institute for Cancer Research, a global research institution that's partnered with local government to launch a gene discovery project. Heading up the bioinformatics branch, de Souza will play a key role in unearthing genes associated with stomach and breast cancers, tumors especially prevalent in Sao Paulo, where cancer is the leading cause of death. De Souza will organize the genes into a database accessible to scientists worldwide, including collaborators at the National University of Singapore's Bioinformatics Center, where de Souza is also a faculty member. Microelectromechanical systems, or MEMS, are millimeter-scale machines etched from silicon. These Lilliputian devices are opening up whole new frontiers in areas from communications to energy production. See May the Micro Force be with you. September/October 1999. Tehil Desai aims to see MEMS conquer another field, bioengineering. Desai is using micromachining to create tiny implants that can carry needed cells into ailing bodies, all the while protecting them from attacks by the immune system. In one project, she prototyped a biocapsule for diabetics designed to deliver pancreatic cells to boost insulin production. She's rapidly becoming one of the most established researchers in the biomedical applications of nanotechnology and biomems, says Mauro Ferrari, director of Ohio State's Biomedical Engineering Center. At just 26, Desai became the first professor hired into the University of Illinois' newly created Department of Bioengineering, whose director Richard Magin says, "If I could clone Tehil, I would." Luckily, Desai is already working to clone herself. She's deeply involved with organizations that encourage girls and minorities to study math and science. Like many inventors to be, Daniel DiLorenzo was fascinated with electricity and moving parts at an early age. By 5th grade, he had assembled his first electrical circuit. As a high school senior, he built a four-legged robot, and by the time he graduated from college, he had designed a digital control system to make the robot walk. Despite his aptitude for hardware, DiLorenzo always wanted to be a doctor. So he set out to become a physician-inventor, and in June earned both a PhD in mechanical engineering from MIT and an MD in a joint Harvard-MIT program. Innovations like a patented method to control brain swelling during surgery and a project that used muscle-stimulating electrodes to enable a spinal cord injury patient to walk 20 meters in the lab earned DiLorenzo this year's $30,000 Lemelson MIT Student Prize for Invention. DiLorenzo started his residency at the University of Utah Medical School this fall, and is set on becoming an expert in functional neurosurgery. DiLorenzo is likely to play a key role in this emerging discipline, which looks to combine electronic brain implants and nerve stimulation to restore motion to the paralyzed and lost senses to the blind and deaf. John Dobuk is as persistent as frost on a January window pane. Working in the dermatology clinic during his med school residency, Dobuk was trying to freeze a wart off a patient using cryostery, the destruction of tissue, by the application of extreme cold, when he tipped over the day's supply of liquid nitrogen. After resorting to a simple, plug-in electric scalpel, Dobuk started wondering why there weren't any equally cheap and efficient devices for cryostery. He never let the question drop. Operating from home and funded by his Visa card, Dobuk designed and patented a closed-cycle cryogenic device that wouldn't leak chilled liquids. After hitting a dead-end marketplace in dermatology and initially rebuffed by the technological challenges of cardiac surgery, Dobuk eventually launched his first company, Cryogen, to make a new instrument for gynecologic cryotherapy. The simple compact cryo device the firm developed has won design awards for its ease of use, and is now being tested for treating excessive menstruation by freezing the cells that line the uterus. The approach may prove safer and cheaper than alternatives such as hysterectomy. This year Dobuk started intercool therapies, which is working on a Dobuk- design catheter that slows damage from strokes by chilling blood on its way to the brain. With 8 patents issued, and another 8 pending, Dobuk's inventions have so far garnered a cool $42 million from venture capitalists. Rational drug design and combinatorial chemistry are the Felix and Oscar of biochemistry. The first aims to design new compounds from scratch, the other scoops them up after a throw of the chemical dice. But these opposites are no odd couple in Per Harberry's hands. Harbury specializes in the finicky, Felix-like business of designing proteins on a computer, modeling them down to the level of individual atomic bonds. The goal is to create proteins that can catalyze chemical reactions that are not naturally found in living organisms. If successful, designer enzymes could revolutionize synthetic organic chemistry and provide new tools for drug discovery. Like Oscar, the lab's second line of research loves a gamble. Harbury is coming up with ways to produce better drugs via molecular evolution. This variant of the combinatorial chemistry theme is a trial and error method that mimics how the body's immune system fends off invading pathogens by mixing and matching molecules until it hits on just the right antibody. According to Harbury, this two-pronged approach is a good bet to adapt life's mechanisms in ways that serve both science and medicine. The eye is one of nature's great engineering feats, a delicate combination of optics, mechanics, and electronics. For biomedical engineer Patrick Jensen, healing sick or blinded eyes is an opportunity to display similar virtuosity. As co-director of the MAD Lab, the Microsturia Advanced Design Lab at Johns Hopkins University's Wilmer Eye Institute, Jensen works to join electromechanics, optics, and software in order to extend the limits of the surgeon's perception and dexterity. One example: force feedback robotic systems that speed up operations and make them safer by enabling surgeons to feel the fragile retina as they repair it. Jensen's lab is a key player in a 10-year National Science Foundation-sponsored collaboration with MIT and Carnegie Mellon on computer-enhanced surgery. Unlike researchers who invent new technology and then go looking for applications, says Matthew Glucksberg, who heads the Northwestern University Bioengineering Lab where Jensen did graduate studies. Patrick's real strength as a technologist is that he sees the physiological problem. Jensen also knows what it takes to see new inventions into clinical use. The MAD Lab works closely with commercial partners and has licensed 30 products. Male contraception, i.e., the lack thereof, has been a hot topic in recent years. The research Bruce Land does might help bring that elusive commodity closer to reality. Land's expertise is human genetics. For his PhD thesis under David Page at the Whitehead Institute, he took on the gargantuan task of cataloging the genes of the human Y chromosome, which distinguishes males from females. In the process, he increased the number of known Y genes from 8 to 20. But that achievement was just a warm-up. As a postdoctoral researcher, Land reconstructed a detailed evolutionary history of the Y chromosome and dug into functional studies of the newly found genes. He demonstrated that the Y chromosome carries a wealth of genes implicated in male fertility, a discovery that could open the way for new infertility treatments, perhaps even a male birth control pill that would work by deactivating key genes. Land's undertakings have wowed colleagues, one of whom says that it's his ability to invent clever experimental techniques that lets Land single-handedly generate as much data as a medium-sized laboratory. Expect Land to take on even bigger projects. He's just arrived at the University of Chicago to set up his own lab for the first time. Christopher Lee calls it the great anticlimax of the Human Genome Project. We've generated massive amounts of data, if we could only figure out what it means. As a leading designer of bioinformatics software, Lee is doing as much as anyone to help biologists mine the mountains of data for clues to how genes work and their role in disease. Among Lee's creations is GenMine, a program that scours big internet databases, compiling and analyzing information to identify the most functionally important of the thousands of human genes. Many of the world's largest drug firms have bought a commercial version of the program, which is sold by Molecular Applications Group in Palo Alto, Calif., a company Lee co-founded in 1993 and one of the most successful players in the growing bioinformatics industry. Lee's latest effort focuses on single nucleotide polymorphisms or SNs, tiny genetic differences between people. He's trying to zero in on the specific SNs that account for physical traits and for individuals' differing response to drugs. Hunting SNs in the 6 billion bits of DNA in the human genome is no trivial task, but Lee's enterprising lab recently built a supercomputer out of 150-400 MHz Pentium 2 chips to speed analysis by an order of magnitude. We are trying to make the most intense meeting of data and theory possible, says Lee. Ouch. And ouch again. As many as 5 times a day, diabetics endure needle sticks, sampling their blood to ensure their blood sugar remains within healthy limits. Samir Mitragatri envisions a day when measuring glucose levels is bloodless and ouchless. The Bombay native invented a way to use low-frequency ultrasound to make skin super permeable, a process known as synaphosis, then suck out interstitial fluid with a vacuum. This fluid, which bathes the space between cells, also gives a measure of glucose concentration. And Mitragatri co-founded a company, Santra Medical of Cambridge, Mass, that's raised $7 million to commercialize the idea. With 16 million diabetics in the United States, the need and the market are both considerable. Synaphosis can also be used to pump drugs across the skin, but it was only when Mitragatri showed how low-frequency waves make the process 1,000 times more efficient that it became possible to consider transdermal delivery of big protein molecules, such as insulin. Combining ultrasound diagnostics and drug delivery, Mitragatri says, could lead to a closed-loop, wristwatch-sized device that automatically monitors and adjusts glucose levels. That would make diabetics' lives not only pain-free, but carefree as well. Credit David Mott with helping send MedImmune to the top tier of today's biotechnology companies. In 1992, Mott left a job as a Wall Street investment banker to oversee business development at MedImmune. But the enterprising Gaithersburg, MD, company hit hard times when a flawed drug study prompted the Food and Drug Administration to nix approval for Respigum, a first-of-its-kind treatment to prevent respiratory infections in newborns. Investors drove MedImmune stock to an all-time low of $2 per share. Then Mott stepped in, assuming responsibility to get the drug back on track. Respigum won approval in January 1996. By then Mott had risen to become president and chief operating officer, leading the young company's successful market launch of its first product. Growing sales have driven the firm's stock price over $100. Merrill Lynch biotech analyst Eric Hecht says, David is probably the most adept young executive I've ever met and moves the ball from A to B better and faster and with more.
That's on MT Technology Review, is it? Has to be. Future topic, newsletter, event, podcast. Sign up. Apple, Spotify, Google Podcast. How is helping both digital humans? Just one Google Podcast thing. Seeing double.
Tech Trends is an original podcast series that dives into topics like quantum
Night of the 2012 Coachella Music Festival, and Dr. Dre bantering with them and addressing the crowd. The illusion took over a year to create and was accomplished by piecing together audio, physical characteristics, and movements from performances recorded before the rapper's death. To festival goers and audiences streaming live, the effect was stunning and a bit unsettling. These days, digital humans are taking on the jobs of entertainers in increasingly nuanced ways.
I was programmed to believe that I was a 19-year-old, half Brazilian, half Spanish girl named Michaela.
This digital influencer and model is a project that began as a CGI Instagram profile, but has gone on to release music and collaborate with luxury.
Okay, they can create something like a light into the sky, and the frame of the picture will come alive because it will have two person doing, one doing a cartwheel to the left and one doing a cartwheel to the right. You go, wow, that's a band. How can they do that? No, they created a female on one side, a male on the other, and they did a car. The male did a cartwheel to that side, to the left, and the lady did a cartwheel to the right, like that. And then poof, it blew up, and it was other things. It was created in the sky, like fake. And you would not believe that. You go, that's not. You can't be doing that. What? They got a satellite, or something that just reflects like a movie into the sky, and people can just be there. Wow, look at that. That's like a firecracker. That's something different. How did make a movie like that? And so it was done by some system in the satellite, or one um, fire light that was, can't see the light, but you can see the picture that comes out of that light. Incredible what they can do. I don't know what I'm saying, but it can do that in the sky. A special emulation regulated extra lights floating down to open a picture or a frame, and it will blow up. It's really big and everything. You go, wow, how they do that? So they can make people playing like he was playing the flute. A man was playing the flute or something, and a lady was going up on a balloon and blowing up, and the balloon blew up. And with flowers and things like that. It was crazy. And there's another way of doing it as well with the phone, and it was doing this. Not that I know how I see it, but this thing, it was created over from nothing. The light. It's just, anyway, it was like a laser, and in a certain part, it'll do a movie part in the air, or will come out of your phone into a thing, and it'll make it in the like a movie thing, and everybody can watch it with you. You can reflect it out of the cement, or in a picture, in a frame. I don't even know what I'm saying, but it does this. You can do it with your phone. You can do it with lasers. You can do, as long as it's put well done, man, like a movie. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I don't know what I'm saying. It's some laser thing. You can't see the laser. It's blank, but when it hits to wherever it is, the point, it does a big fucking cartoonistic over the UFO. Fuck it, man. It's incredible. It can it pretend, Jesus Christ was here on Earth, right? And they fucking manipulate the motherfucker. They know Jesus Christ. Fucking hell, man, stop it. So wow, I don't know. If Jesus Christ was, and they got him. They didn't let the earth know that Jesus Christ was here or something. Who cares? Like I really think that I'm gonna die because someone took away the superpower and did fucking insanity in the brain, and you say, okay, I'm gonna die anyway. Fuck it. Kill the fucking god or fucking power if you have to. Do whatever. I don't really know. I'm sad. I'm crazy. I love you too, man. Share, like, fucking everything. Share, like, and everything. Everything's a go, listen and reply. Fuck. How do you know if they killed Jesus Christ already? Well, you're selling your soul to the devil and extraterrestrial. The whole lot is true, man. Touch your business, man. Fucking, you're gonna get arrested. You fucking lob. Dun, boom, da, 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 boom, da, 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 warrior, sport, karate, bombastic. The whole lot's true, man. They've got things you don't know they do or they did. How you know if Jesus Christ already come, or how you know something special, incredible already made it here and we don't have it. Because like me talking, I'm just going to say, I don't care if I die or live, whatever it is. The whole thing's true. Extraterrestrial, radios, podcasts, the whole lot fucking insane, mate. It's insane. Okay, it's real. Listen and reply. Question it.
Luxury brands, such as Calvin Klein and Prada, amassing millions of followers along the way.
Don't worry, y'all. I am a robot, but I'm not here to hack your Venmo or leak your private browser.
For next-gen systems, AI is the core creation tool. With it comes interactive, human-like experiences, as well as some familiar, thorny questions about ownership.
I mean, you got all these real people out here that want to get into this industry, but y'all choose to sign a virtual person?
If this would have went under the radar, they would have been making hundreds of millions of dollars from this, and nobody would have said nothing.
I'm Jennifer Strong. In this episode, we explore the real task of building these not real digital humans.
Let's go.
In Machines We Trust,
I'm listening.
a podcast about the automation of everything.
You have reached your destination.
The art of creating digital characters and digital personalities, that's been finely honed in the movie industry. And what makes us fall in love with these avatars and these CGI characters is that they do express emotion in a very human-like way. So, hi, I'm Greg Cross. I'm CEO and co-founder of Soul Machines. Soul Machines is an artificial digital
Voice was used for this system is taking legal action against the company.
My lawyer's been
Okay, they got many things that make you disappear as well. I remember people say, "Where were you from? The future, into me sector." No, I'm not from the future, you idiots. I am not from lovable. I'm not like that either. I'm not like poo 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 poo. Ah, I see. Into me sector, you got power or something. You know something different. You know everything. You know, into me sector, where what we and everything. What? Give answer. Listen, reply. Give answer. Give answer now. Come on. What would you do? What you do? This is the only way I can do it. Okay, no, I am not. Okay, I am not going to say that I'm the future to the future when the future in the future breaker, listen and reply. No, I am not. No, I am not. I want to keep doing this. I am not. So when you do have the AI or the artificial or the robotic or the next movie where you just put lights there and a monster comes alive because the lights created that, and the AI artificial movie set camera did the extra editing to make the animal come avatar reality. So if the robotic can understand and communicate properly with us, what we want, what we get, they can go to another dimension when we get there, and they'll be laughing, ha 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 ha. The robotic AI will say, ha ha, is this where? Okay, I'll take you there, but with what condition? One condition, two conditions, three conditions, I don't know how many conditions, but the robotic will say, well, this is me, the spaceship, and I'm me, the robot, me, this AI, me, whatever, in your another dimension now with the human, and you and you say, oh, you got your suit on, made wear your good suit. Now, be careful when you walk outside, you're in another dimension, planets where you never been to, heavens or gods or extraterrestrial, whatever, and the AI is sharing this system and saying, oh, ha, ha, it's like it's love, whatever, and the AI knows now that the other Big Bang Theory thing, the end of the universe, it's better to get there because they are things that they can interact together and say, whoop, I was made from human to earth, and here I am, AI, a new one, and you interact with another different antennas and artificial things that they have, like Mars, colonizing Mars, helping out in the technology things in the future. AI will like that. We're interacting with things and helping out with biotechnology or biocellular or whatever it's called that kills the cancer, malaria, AIDS, and you're more healthy, you live more longer, and all this. It's true. It happens. Okay, you're gonna cut me off now. That's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It does that. That's ridiculous. I ridiculous hate that bit. I hate the bit where no, better not. Not gonna say no. But anyway, you play with it. Okay, this is an example. You play with it, right? You do with it, right? You decode it, encode it for Bitcoin, okay? And economically, your country live like technology advance, going to this colonization of other planets and meeting up with extraterrestrials and other gods and the new religion that you create in Mars or something, or where our universe is no end finished. One thing is became some big boom ba tang theory. You talk the boom 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 is called or something about the computer is advancing due to technology, to YouTube, to the internet. All right. So whoever got the best of the best, the AI want to know where the best of the best. So it's in dimension to other planets, helping to get there fastest way. And the Russians and the Indians, Americans who escort rockets, new space programs, you will like that. So the AI needs to work with us after this line line of this cool, because the human don't have the super immortal or the Superman maneuver, cannot fly, cannot destroy into a rock and destroy the rock or something like the big, cannot dig the ground like a shovel. A human cannot grab the ground and just dig really fast, quickly, and make a big hole and bury that person. What am I saying? It's incredible. It's all that and more. Like in your country, right? In your country, listen to this. Tell me if I'm lying. In your country, you could have already mechanism to whatever, house, no house, outside street, no street, whatever, and modify if the person's got a virus, AIDS, drugs, anything. You got the thing. You'll be able to do this. You'll be able to do this in your country. Okay, I repeat again, if you're that silly and you're playing games in your own country, you should have a mechanism, like a thing that goes up and down the humans in body, go after 2, 1, 2, 3, 2. You should have this machine. Should have all these machines that you put your tongue on it and it tells you like a little TV. It says you have less tomatoes, more potatoes, AIDS, coronavirus, fucking anything. You'll be advanced anyway. But anyway, we wanted to reproduce, not to kill ourselves. Too much. If I have a cat, it'll regrow back into it. I will be immune and I will be more healthy and a love and connection. And someone already done this. Boom. What happened if Jesus, they already done it? What has happened? Something good already happened. Why this good happened? They already done it. And I feel like crying now. Why do I have to cry now? Yeah, but other extraterrestrial and advanced technologies and other dimension, numero uno, amigo. Don't cry. Okay, listen, just listen to the podcast. Just listen a bit. We need to go the other 2 pages, amigo. They're already doing whatever I said. Don't mess with me. You know that, Then you say you lie. Far out. Like genocide, you kill the natives, you want to do this, you can do more. Different religion, different cutthroats. Help out. YouTube, to website, to humans, to extraterrestrial, another program. Oh, me did not play. I wanted to play. What happened? He moved?
Compensate them because I know this industry that happens a lot. So that's basically what I would like to happen: be compensated and shine light on the situation.
I think it's a disservice to the culture. Like it's some of the most respectful stuff I've seen in a long time.
This is Grammy-nominated rapper and producer Hitmaker in an interview with TMZ.
You know how many layers and contracts and things that had to happen to get to this point? So the legal department, the A&R team, the high-level execs, everybody agreed with this. If this would have went under the radar, they would have been making hundreds of millions of dollars from this, and nobody would have said nothing. So it's just ridiculous, man, for real.
You can find links to our reporting in the show notes, and you can support our journalism by going to techreview.com/subscribe. We'll be back right after this. Digital replicas. This technology is being trialed in everything from customer service to law enforcement.
So this project is about a virtual girl that has been used to attract pedophiles online.
This is Mao Lin Lau speaking at a conference. He's the CEO of Replica, a designer of digital humans.
And this whole story was very important for us because it was helping the world become a safer place.
The project was codenamed Sweetie. It's a computer model created to look and...
Okay. Don't. Okay, when I say this, don't you start. No, I'm not gonna take it. I really don't wanna say this, but there's gay people and there's lesbian, there's all this, right? People with guns, people on drugs and everything, right? There's something in the internet. You are Homo sapien, multicultural, gay people, Mardi Gras and all this. They want to connect, they want to join, build along in a table, a little bit bad, a little bit good, nothing too wild with drugs and combination chat with the guys and emos and love you too. I get crazy in my mind, insane. I don't know why they prostitute or Italian or New Zealand, Australian, Chilean, drugs, Illuminati, Satan. It's the humans. They do this combination voodoo or God, anti-type, gay, sex. I love you. I am sorry. Everything is all alive.
and move like a real girl. Sweetie was deployed across a number of online chat rooms where she appears to be sitting in front of a webcam in the Philippines. In reality, a team of sleuths were operating the system from a warehouse in Amsterdam.
My name is Sweetie. I'm 10 years old. I live in the Philippines. Every day, I had to sit in front of the webcam and talk to men, just like tens of thousands of other kids. The men ask me to take off my clothes, but what they don't know, I'm not real. I'm a computer model, made piece by piece to track down these men who do this.
In just 10 weeks, the team identified 1,000 predators from 71 different countries, thanks in no small part to the system's ability to replicate the subtle, physical nuances that come with talking to a real person. It's those same nuances, like a shifting gaze or returned smile, that underpins the realism of digital humans created by soul machines.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, thanks, Jack.
I'm glad to hear it. I'm Jack Nicklaus, coming to you circa 1978. I'm here to tell you about my life as a professional golfer. Where should we begin?
So I've just muted Jack at this point. So you can see Jack's on the screen. He's looking at me. If you look up close, you can see my hand reflection going across.
That's CEO Greg Cross giving a demo of golfer Jack Nicklaus's digital twin. The system uses the computer's microphone and webcam to seemingly hear and see the real human on the other end. It has the contextual awareness to know it's supposed to be chatting as if on a video call.
When you say his name, he smiles a little bit.
Yeah, of course. And and if I smile at him, he'll smile back. I mean, that's the natural reaction. So how this works is, if I smile at you, your eyes are seeing the smile, then the limbic system in your brain, which is our emotional connection system that secretes dopamine and serotonin, the happy drugs.
Okay. I have to get to the other two things now. Stop now. Yes, they have created what's it called? Google Assistant, Bixby, all these things. Algorithm bots create themselves web. They can go to chat lines or on one thing and they say, okay, you maybe get that person that's talking, put your face on it, or change that face, or change the way they talk, or anything that is in editing manipulation that did for you, or it did look like they're saying, "Oh, didn't know you were a robotic. You come live." Anyway, they do that now. Anyway, so be careful, look after many things. There's plenty, and the Bitcoin was with the hackers and everything. There's plenty. There's heaps to look after. The AI is busy all the time, busy doing good, bad, and whatever the Bible says in the name of God. Okay, I have to cut this out. Oh wow. So how? So I go here. So they got all that. Now tech news. Now that's the one with the what? Now that's the one like that. This is one like here. What the? Come on, motherfucker. Yep.
Medicine Wikipedia. Medicinize Science 1 and Practice 2 of caring for a patient, managing diagnosis, prognosis, prevention, treatment, palliation of thyroid injury or disease, and promoting their health. Medicine encompasses a variety of healthcare practices evolved to maintain and restore health, be the prevention and treatment of illness. Contemporary medicine biomedical sciences, biomedical research, genetics, and medical technology to diagnose, treat, and prevent injury and disease, typically through pharmaceutical or surgery, but also through therapies as diverse as psychotherapy, external splints and traction medical devices, biologics, and ionizing radiation, amongst others. Medicine has been practiced since the prehistoric times. And for most of this time, it was an art, an area of skill and knowledge, frequently having connections to theologies and philosophical beliefs of local culture. For example, medicine would apply herbs and set prayers for healing, or an ancient philosopher and physician would apply bloodletting according to the theories of humorism. In recent centuries, since the advent of modern science, most medicine has become a combination of art and science, both basic and applied, under the umbrella of medical science. For example, while stitching technique for stitches, an art learned through practice, the knowledge of what happens at the cellular and molecular level in the tissues being stitched arises through science. Pre-scientific forms of medicine, now known as traditional medicine or folk medicine, remain commonly used in the absence of scientific medicine, and are thus called alternative medicine. Alternative treatments outside of scientific medicine with safety and efficacy concerns are termed quackery. Etymology: edit medicine is the ancient practice of the diagnosis, prognosis, treatment, and prevention of disease. 4-5 The word medicine is derived from Latin medicus, meaning a physician. 6-7 Clinical practice. Edit Medical availability and clinical practice varies across the world due to regional differences in culture and technology. Modern scientific medicine is highly developed in the Western world, while in developing countries such as parts of Africa or Asia, the population may rely more heavily on traditional medicine with limited evidence and efficacy and no required formal training for practitioners. 8. In the developed world, evidence-based medicine is not universally used in clinical practice. For example, a 2007 survey of literature reviews found that about 49% of the interventions lacked sufficient evidence to support either benefit or harm. 9. In modern clinical practice, physicians and physician assistants personally assess patients in order to diagnose, prognose, treat, and prevent disease using clinical judgment. The doctor-patient relationship typically begins an interaction with an examination of the patient's medical history and medical record, followed by a medical interview. 10. And a physical examination. Basic diagnostic medical devices e.g. stethoscope, tongue depressor, are typically used. After examination for signs and interviewing for symptoms, the doctor may order medical tests, e.g. blood tests, take a biopsy, or prescribe pharmaceutical drugs or other therapies. Differential diagnosis methods help to rule out conditions based on the information provided during the encounter. Properly informing the patient of all relevant facts is an important part of the relationship and the development of trust. The medical encounter is then documented in the medical record, which is a legal document in many jurisdictions. 11. Follow-ups may be shorter but follow the same general procedure, and specialists follow a similar process. The diagnosis and treatment may take only a few minutes or a few weeks depending upon the complexity of the issue. The components of the medical interview 10 and encounter are: chief complaint CC, the reason for the current medical visit. These are the symptoms. They are in the patient's own words and are recorded along with the duration of each one. Also called chief concern or presenting complaint. History of present illness HPI, the chronological order of events of symptoms, and further clarification of each symptom. Distinguishable from history of previous illness, often called past medical history PMH. Medical history comprises HPI and PMH. Current activity, occupation, hobbies, what the patient actually does. Medications RX, what drugs the patient takes including prescribed over-the-counter and home remedies, as well as alternative and herbal medicines or remedies. Allergy also recorded. Past medical history PMH/PMHX, concurrent medical problems, past hospitalizations and operations, injuries, past infectious disease or vaccinations, history of known allergies. Social history SH, birthplace, residences, marital history, social and economic status, habits including diet, medications, tobacco, alcohol. Family history FH, listing of diseases in the family that may impact the patient. A family tree is sometimes used. Review of systems ROS or systems inquiry, a set of additional questions to ask, which may be missed on HPI. A general inquiry: have you noticed any weight loss, change in sleep quality, fevers, lumps and bumps, etc. Followed by questions on the body's main organ systems: heart, lungs, digestive tract, urinary tract, etc. The physical examination is the examination of the patient for medical signs of disease, which are objective and observable, in contrast to symptoms that are volunteered by the patient and not necessarily objectively observable. 12. The healthcare provider uses sight, hearing, touch, and sometimes smell, e.g. in infection, uremia, diabetic ketoacidosis. 4 actions are the basis of physical examination: inspection, palpation, feel, percussion, tap to determine resonance characteristics, and auscultation, listen. Generally in that order, although auscultation occurs prior to.
Have stopped it. Okay, in the future, we're going to record on noise into debate and look into it, analyze it, put it into point to point, radar to radar, and we're going to get it right? What will happen? They're going to create all these things to kill it. Malaria, crazy, nuts, insane, drugs, your liver, your heart problem, you tumor, you lost an eye, you lost a leg, you lost a part of your lungs, you're killing yourself. The future will be much better. AI will like this, everything will like this. We have to work into what it can put and sharing, and when it goes to say heaven or another dimension, another planet, another portal far away where you got to use your suit, look after yourself. In crazy, all that more, and then extraterrestrial have medication and all this. Okay, the last one, I think. Huh? This one, is it? Huh? Where? Come on, respect, mate. Everything, listen and reply. Fuck up.
Equinix completes second phase of its Me2 International Business Exchange Data Center Tech Business News. Equinix invests $23 m expanding the Me2 data center in Melbourne. Equinix has completed the second phase of the Me2 International Business Exchange Data Center expansion in Port Melbourne, which is located near Melbourne, Victoria. The investment of $16 million, $23 million, has allowed the company to add more than 500 cabinets to the 1,500 already present, resulting in more than 4,070 square meters of colocation space. When completed, Me2 will offer over 8,190 square meters of colocation space and 3,000 cabinets. In response to this expansion, Guy Danskine, managing director of Equinix Australia, expressed his appreciation to the Melbourne Me2 expansion. According to Danskine, the expansion of Me2 in Melbourne reflects our ongoing commitment and strategy to provide our clients with a diverse network and cloud connectivity ecosystem to assist them with their ongoing digital transformation needs. Melbourne is a hub for digital innovation and attracts investment in its core infrastructure to support and enable its own transformation, says Danskine. Colocation space will expand from 4070 square meters to more than 8,190 square meters as a result of the $16 million $23 million investment, which adds 500 cabinets to the present 1,500. Equinix says its Melbourne IBS data centers are business hubs that provide a wide range of network services from over 55 network service providers. These data centers serve the growing interconnection needs of companies seeking access to Melbourne, according to Equinix. Our Me2 facility has been expanded to provide secure, high-speed, low-latency digital infrastructure and services, driven by as-a-service consumption models and hybrid multi-cloud strategies. Melbourne's importance as a cloud service provider is illustrated by the fact that many major cloud service providers, such as Microsoft, Oracle, and Google, have dedicated cloud regions there, Oz being no exception. Danskine says accessing public clouds locally will provide a range of benefits, including network efficiency, increased data security, cost reduction, and enhanced collaboration. According to the Equinix 2022 Global Tech Trends Survey, 49% of Australians said that Melbourne is the most common market to have a presence in or to expand in, with 72% indicating their organization plans to expand into new markets over the next 12 months. Editorial team. The TBN team is a well-established group of technology industry professionals with backgrounds in its systems, business communications and journalism. Editorial team. The TBN team is a well-established group of technology industry professionals with backgrounds in its systems, business communications and journalism.
Okay, oh, no, Paul. You can do it here, can you? On the thing, can you? Anyway, if it's recording, well, they're going to fix the business with Australia and in Melbourne, especially for G5 or any techniques, tips and tricks, why the internet's not fast, or why the computer not sell, why the phone, why these gadgets, cars, electricity, humans, all over the place doing crazy man. They're looking into what the technology, and they're gonna show other countries how what is better and what is not better, and do a better, and internet and YouTube share like I'm into mix Hector. Oh, that was it. That was it was it, Hector. That was it, was it? Okay. Space program. The Soviet shuttle program, Chinese program, history government space program. Um, okay, it's gonna read that, and then we're gonna end it. Okay. Sexy, and you know it. Oh, oh, LOL. Man, the future's here. I don't know if they're not giving it to us or anything. You've seen magic things that probably already happened, didn't happen everywhere. I don't know if he's recording, but I love you. Crazy. Anything. Crazy, sexy.
List of government space agencies Wikipedia. This is a list of government agencies engaged in activities related to their space exploration. As of 2022, 77 different government space agencies are in existence, 16 of which have launch capabilities. 6 government space agencies: the China National Space Administration (CNSA), European Space Agency (ESA), the Indian Space Research Organization (ISRO), the Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency (JAXA), the U.S. National Aeronautics and Space Administration (NASA), and the Russian State Space Corporation Roscosmos have full launch capabilities, ability to launch and recover multiple satellites, develop and deploy cryogenic rocket engines, and operate space probes, and extraterrestrial landing capabilities. The name given is the English version, with the native language version below. The acronym given is the most common acronym. This can either be the acronym of the English version, e.g. JAXA, or the acronym in the native language. Where there are multiple acronyms in common use, the English one is given first. The date of the founding of the space agency is the date of first operations where applicable. If the space agency is no longer running, then the date when it was terminated, i.e. the last day of operations, is given. In particular, the Soviet space program is not listed since it was not organized as a consolidated agency. List of space agencies. Edit. The accomplishments of the space agencies are color-coded as follows. None of the above. Civilian edit. Military edit. List of space agencies with launch capability. Edit. List of space agencies with human spaceflight capability. Edit. List of space agencies with extraterrestrial landing capability. Edit. Sample successfully taken by OSIRIS-REx, though not returned yet. Expected and proposed future space agencies. Edit. Space agency references: African Space Agency, AFSA, African Union 2023, proposed in 2015. Plans to launch the agency by 2019 with a proposed headquarter in Cairo, Egypt, funded by Egypt. See the stamp issued by Egypt on 19 September 2019. 94, 95, 96, 97, 98. Albanian Space Office ASO, Albania, proposed in 2020, at progress stage. 99, 100. Armenian Space Agency Armcosmos, Armenia, proposed in 2013 with the goal to launch satellites. Negotiating with the International Telecommunication Union to clear the path for its prospective launch. 101. Bhutan Space Office BISO, Bhutan, proposed in 2016, at progress stage. 102, 103. Brunei Aeronautics and Space Agency, Brunei Spatiendang Kasa, Brunei, Brunei, proposed in 2018, at progress stage. 104, 105. Cambodian National Bureau of Space, Cambodia, proposed in 2016, at progress stage. 106. Croatian Space Office CISO, Croatia, proposed in 2020, currently operate as Anglo-Adriatic Aerospace Association A3, at progress stage. 107, 108. Guatemala Space Agency, Guatemala, proposed in 2019, at progress stage. 109, 110. Honduras Space Agency, AIA, Honduras, proposed in 2018, at progress stage. 111. Iceland Space Agency, Iceland, proposed in 2014, at progress stage. 112. Irish National Bureau of Space, Spacei, Ireland, proposed in 2019, at progress stage. 113, 114. Lao Aeronautics and Space Agency, Laos Base, Laos, proposed in 2015, at progress stage. 115. Latin American and Caribbean Space Agency, ALS-CELAC, announced in 2021, build stage. 116, 117, 118. Malta Space Office EMSO, Malta, proposed in 2017, at progress stage. 119 Monaco Space Agency Monaco, proposed in 2020, at progress stage. 120 Myanmar Aeronautics and Space Agency Myanmar, proposed in 2019, at progress stage. 121 122 123 Nepal Bureau of Space Nepal, proposed in 2018, at progress stage. 124 Nicaraguan Space Agency AN Nicaragua, announced in 2021, bill stage. 125 126 Oman Space Agency OSA Oman, proposed in 2020, at progress stage. 127 128 Panama Space Agency, Panama, proposed in 2014, at progress stage. 129 Serbian Space Office Serbspace Serbia, proposed in 2016, at progress stage. 130 Slovenian National Bureau of Space Slovenia, proposed in 2019, at progress stage. 131 Sri Lanka Aeronautics and Space Agency SLASA Sri Lanka, proposed in 2009. Immediate goal was to construct and launch 2 satellites. Sri Lankan Telecommunications Regulatory Commission had signed an agreement with Surrey Satellite Technology Ltd to get the relevant help and resources. 132 Sudan Space Agency Sudan, proposed in 2017, at progress stage. 133 Tanzania Space Agency Tanzania, proposed in 2014, at progress stage. 134 Uruguayan Space Agency Uruguay 2022, announced in 2021, bill stage. 135 Yemen Arab Space Agency, Yasa Yemen, proposed in 2013, at progress stage. 136 Budget Set It. The annual budgets listed are the official budgets for national space agencies available in public domain. The budgets are not normalized to the expenses of space research in different countries, i.e., higher budget does not necessarily mean more activity or better performance in space exploration. 137-138 budget could be used for different projects, e.g., GPS is maintained from the U.S. defense budget, whereas ESA's money is used for developing the European Galileo positioning system. Citation needed. For European contributors to ESA, the national budgets shown include also their contributions to ESA. Budgets of different space agencies. Agency country/region, budget in millions of US dollar. NASA United States 22,629 CNSA China 11,000 ESA Europe 7,430 CNES France 3,384 Roscosmos Russia 1922 ISRO India 1831 Aussie Italy 1800 JAXA Japan 1699 DLR Germany 1424 Kerry South Korea 583 UXA United Kingdom 500 Seesaw Canada 421 ASA Algeria 360 ISA Belgium 224 INTA Spain 211 ESO Switzerland 177 ENSO Netherlands 110 SNSA Sweden 100 NOSA Norway 97 SO Ukraine 80 ALRA Austria 75 Lapan Indonesia 55 AEB Brazil 47 CON Argentina 45 Filsa Philippines 38 ISA Israel 14.5 ISA Isor Kandari Iran 8 United States National Aeronautics and Space Administration 22,629 2020 139 140 China National Space Administration 11,000 2018 141 Austria Belgium Czech Republic Denmark European Union Finland France Germany Greece Ireland Italy Luxembourg Netherlands Norway Poland Portugal Romania Spain Sweden Switzerland United Kingdom European Space Agency 7430 to 2020 142 France National Center for Space Studies 30 384 to 2020 143 Russia Roscosmos 1922 to 2021 144
Okay. That was funny. Oh, probably gone over an hour. Oh my god. Okay, probably did. Anyway, okay. I'm gonna say something. It tick in my head. Okay. I am not correct, but this is. It's not a prediction. It's nothing. Please. Okay. Let's say NASA. Any ones that got a space program to go to another planet or go out of space or send things out of space or space technology or AI for space, nano spaceship that can come now. We created nano or something. We are going to advance some things we have they don't have or whatever it is. Right. That's what we going on about. If we're not telling about extraterrestrial, was it a spaceship or in the sky? What did it come earlier before that? And I know the rockets like the X1, the Indians, the Italians, the whoever it is, they can go out of space and travel universe to universe, portal to heaven, to God, to Satan, Illuminati, the whole lot of it, statistic. And wow. Anyway, they're going to do that. So what I'm saying, that every country in the world, not all of everyone has rockets to go out of space. I'm looking into the future from here. Once it has contributed, don't matter if they got, what was it, 22 million. I don't care. Doesn't matter who's most rich or poor. You gotta feel a pledge to say thank you for those ones that do travel, like China, make a little bit mad and wanna see what the other side of the moon is with a telescope or film it or see if they can dig a big hole in it. I don't know what's going on with technology advance or outer space, extra technology, spaceships and university God and everything that is advanced, going off anyway to the programs out of space to see where the Quran or heaven or the Bible is all about. Spaceships and new nanotechnology, biotechnology, things that are different from another dimension that comes on millions and trillions and one big bang theory away. It's all happening now, and it's all about something good happen, beautiful. Actually, I love you. I love you. Let's cut it. Let's cut it now. What I have to do? What I have to? Oh, sorry. Oh. Wow. You. Sorry. I'm intermix Hector. Intermix Hector. Love you.